Stop relying on people to tell you who you are. Hi, my name is Ami. I am the force that you are going to be reckoning with today because this is going to be a doozy. A lot of you guys are too attached to the way that the world tells you how to be that you never give yourself the moment or the space to figure out what it is that you desire and you seek in life. This is a way to live life. It's not even a principle to adopt, it's a lifestyle. When you become detached from the way that other people see you, what they expect of you, what they project onto you, your entire worldview shifts. Your perception of yourself drastically changes overnight, and your access to being one with who you are becomes that much more intimate. In my experience, growing up as a people pleaser, I could only ever see myself in context to other people. I wasn't worthy in my own right. That's at least what I believed. I believed that I needed to filter myself through the eyes of another in order to feel valuable, and anything else would just be untenable because who am I if not through the eyes of another? And that is the one thing that debilitated me all throughout my life. And as somebody that sits here before you today, and I have several chronic illnesses and just like life-threatening conditions of the body, I can say most certainly that I believe that a lot of my own bodily ailments and afflictions were caused by me continually outsourcing my power to people outside of me, to philosophies that are outside of me, to a system of being that did not wholeheartedly belong to me. And when you think about personal power and how that's properly cultivated, it always starts within. You might need a guide or teacher to help you get there, but the knowledge is within you. And when you teach yourself to always look outside, to always look for reassurance, to ask for confirmation from another, ask yourself, what are you teaching your brain and your body in that moment? Well, you're teaching yourself exactly how to abandon your own being, how to cultivate distrust in yourself. And when that becomes a pattern of life, you've now oriented your entire existence around someone or something that is not you. It is entirely okay to get guidance from people, to get advice, to have a coach in your life or a teacher of any kind. That is important and it's integral to building your own wisdom. But it's your own wisdom that you are building. You are focusing on bringing these sources of knowledge back into yourself and not extracting it from within you. That's the difference here. When you focus on who you are as a product of the world around you, it's inherently subtracting from you. Instead, if you go through the world picking up little tidbits of knowledge and information to bring back to yourself, to cultivate that space within you, you are feeding and nourishing your body, your brain, your mind, your soul, your spirit. And that cannot be possible if you continue to see yourself through the eyes of another person. If you continue to see yourself through the expectations of another person. You are forcing yourself into a box that you didn't build. You don't know the layout or architecture of that space. You were simply handed it or inherited it, and you decided that it was comfortable enough to stay in, or that you didn't exactly have the tools or materials to climb out of that box. But today I'm telling you that it's time that you venture outside of that box, because there's a world out there that is waiting for you to be real and known in your skin. And that box, this place that you were told everything that you are exists in, it's fabricated, it's fictional, and it was handed to you by someone else. And the only way to do this is by becoming comfortable in your own authority and asserting yourself as the entire person that you are. And that takes self-knowing. And there is a two-pronged approach to this. You first have to get to know who you are, but that can only come after deconstructing that which you had been receiving from the outside world for so long. So all the little things that you took in from people and you made into your personality, all the unsolicited advice and life guidance and directional coercion, that needs to go. You need to push that out the door. Once you have done that, then you can get to know yourself because the slate is clean. You're not working off of the corrupted soil that you were planted into. And if you're going to do this, you are setting yourself apart from a majority of this world. Because unfortunately, most of everybody that I've ever encountered, at least, has forced themselves to live in somebody else's world. We are stripped of our personal autonomy more than we would like to admit. And it is so comfortable for us that we become used to it and we learn to stop questioning it. And so to see yourself through someone else's eyes is almost more accessible than seeing yourself through your own. Even though these things are right on top of you, right? They're sitting right here for your use, but you've never been told exactly how to use them. And so the skill atrophies. It's really disheartening, but it is entirely possible to remedy this, to heal these fractured parts of you that exist outside of yourself and bring them back to your center. Healing is not exactly what we've made it out to be. Healing in many books and philosophies has been taught as something that is a journey to embark on, to a destination that you will reach. But what if I told you that healing is instead just a returning to the self before it was corrupted? I want you to think about this and ask yourself, of all the ways that you've been told who you are your entire life and how that has affected your life choices, maybe your career path, your relationships, your passions, your religious beliefs, your political affiliations, all of that. And there's a laundry list of things that you've been indoctrinated into and told not to question because, well, that's who you are, right? The self that you are is waiting to be rediscovered. But that can only happen if you choose to abandon and evolve past relying on other people for your own self-governance. Sovereignty can only be achieved when it is self-issued, not purchased on a subscription from the outside world. All right, that's kind of all I have for you today. If this was insightful for you, feel free to comment down below. I'd love to know what you learned from this. If you have any questions, you can also leave that down below. I'd love to answer any of your inquiries. And if you would like to hop into some deeper work and inquiry with me one-on-one, I would love to work with you. If we align, feel free to click the links in my bio to do so. Please, please, please take this to heart. Think deeply on who and what influences you, because most often than not, you are living in a distorted version of who you think you are. And it's time you rediscover the spirit of your being, which is you. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Remember, your power lies within, and you deserve to reclaim it.